Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the team call. I think we're good. I think we're live. Are you guys seeing me okay? Can someone chat me in the chat box to let me know you're here? Let me know you can see me. Okay, Heather's on. Hey Heather. Sam, hi. Wendy, hi. Liz, hi. Okay, good. Webinar Jam just did something totally weird on me, and I just want to make sure we're good. Jason's on, Abby's on. Hey, Alexa. Hey, Becky, Leanne, Lindsay. What's up, you guys? Charlani. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Okay. You know how all this technology stuff goes. One day you know what's happening, and the next you're like, huh? What just happened? Okay, so today we're going to talk about the vital process. So you guys know about the vital behaviors, and I know that this vital process has been introduced in the surge and a little bit here and there, but there's really not a ton. Sorry. You can say hi if you want. Okay. You look so nice. Hi guys.
I don't know if any of my team's on, but hi.
Maybe.
Yeah, they probably don't recognize me with like makeup on and regular clothes.
You look so nice. Thanks. Her mom is getting recognized as teacher for the year, so she's going to a little banquet dinner with her family. So, okay, so the vital process, guys. So this is something that's been kind of talked about a little bit, but I don't know that it's really been implemented into training and really talked about a lot on the team page. Like I really haven't given this message yet. So we are going to talk about it because we talked a lot about it this weekend at leadership, and it really just kind of sunk into me and into my business, and it really kind of helped me see the change of focus, have fun, the change of focus that I really need to make. And I know a lot of people on the team are already doing this, but there's a lot of us that aren't. So it's not that we're changing something, we're just kind of moving our focus. Okay, we're just like moving our focus around. That's really it. So really the focus on the vital process is going from challenger to coach, like really focusing on bringing people into our business first as challengers and then transitioning them into coaches if that's something that they really want to do. Whereas right now what we teach is, okay, yes, that's a great way to get coaches is to grab your challengers, but we should also be looking and recruiting for coaches out there, like on Instagram or whatever. We should always be looking for coaches. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be grabbing coaches and bringing them into your business right away. All I want to say is that I think that the focus needs to change a little bit, and we really need to focus on leading with our products, because we have incredible products, incredible at-home fitness products, incredible supplements and meal plans and detoxes, right, that really help people get healthy and change their lives. And we really need to lead with those products, okay? So that was the message that we got this weekend, is that we've kind of gotten away as a network from leading with why we're truly here, and that's with the products. Okay, so everybody kind of on board with the change of kind of, that's like the overall change, and we'll kind of, you know, get into the details here. Yeah, so Alexa says, I've been 110% committed to vital process, and I think it's a more solid way to build your business. And I agree. So I think it's more solid because I believe that if we're bringing in people who have gotten results in our challenge groups, and who know how a challenge group works, and who are familiar with Shakeology and our fitness programs and have belief because they've gotten results, I don't know, there's just something about that where I believe that they are going to have more success and more belief and just more passion in what we do. Now, that's not true for everyone, because I know many of us have joined this business as a coach right away, and then we got results as we were coaching. So that's again, this is not like a black and white blanket sort of thing. If someone comes to you and wants to coach but also wants to get healthy, yes, bring them on as a coach and get them started. but I think the focus needs to be for them at first is to be a customer first and to get those results first. Because if you think about it, if we bring coaches on and we're like, okay, we got to get you in this challenge group, we got to get you results, but we also need to get you in Rock the Basics, and we need to get you started right, and you need to hit Success Club. It's like so much going on, and I feel like we're robbing them of that initial like experience of what it feels like to be a challenger and what it feels like to be coached and what it feels like to be a true customer. So I really believe that we need to do a better job of bringing people in first with our products, getting them in our challenge groups, and really focusing on getting people results, really focusing on driving it home on the value of our challenge groups and all that stuff before we bring them on as coaches. I just think that we're all going to build a much more solid business, because, you know, a lot of us too, we've been taught, I don't really attract or recruit a lot of discount coaches, but I know that as you're building towards Emerald, or you're building towards Diamond or Star Diamond or whatever rank that you're building towards, it's really easy to bring people on as discount coaches. Like, okay, why don't you join my team for the discount? You can stay on Shakeology, you get the discount, and then you fill a spot on your team, which is great, and that helps you get rank. But if we really think about what that does for our business, maybe it's just not the right path that we should be going on. So Carl said at Leadership, he said, the discount coach model is not wrong, but it's a mistake. Okay, he said it's not wrong, but it's a mistake. And he says that it's a mistake because it's discounting and devaluing Shakeology. So he really feels, and I have to agree with him, that being a coach is a privilege, and that if you're a coach, you should be upholding your agreement as a coach, and you should be paying it forward. You should be sharing your journey. You should be sharing about your at-home workouts. You should be sharing about Shakeology. That's what we do as coaches. So I think the title coach has just been maybe used too lightly. And I think that there needs to be more of an emphasis on what it really means to be a coach and what a privilege it is for us to be coaches, right? So let's see, what's everybody saying? Oh, there's my mom's on. My mom's in Aruba. Sounds pretty nice, huh? So let's see. Alexa says, from firsthand experience, recruiting all your coaches straight up didn't work for me. And if they started as a challenger, I know it's not black and white thing, but overall I had better results with challenger to coaches. Absolutely. You guys, and I'm not telling you how to build your business. I just think that as a company, we're going towards really getting back to our roots and helping people with results. And I think we all know this at our core, that this is what feels right. I mean, okay, and for those of you that like, I get told all the time, like, I don't know if I can put up a call to action about joining my team. I don't know if I can put up a call to action about, you know, what it's like to be a coach, you know, like how we talk about 3 posts every week about joining your team. And I think that that's really scary and really intimidating to put that out there for many coaches. I mean, it's even scary for me sometimes. So maybe this just kind of is a little bit of a relief, and it takes a little bit off of our shoulders, that we're really just focusing on what we're here as coaches to do, and that's get people results. So if we can just post about our journeys, about the programs that we're using, what's working for us, post about our challenge groups, invite to our challenge groups, people are going to see that, and we're not going to necessarily need to invite them to coaching, because they're going to see what we're doing, and they're going to be like, oh man, like, you do this for real, like this is your job or your part-time job or whatever. I like that. Like, I'd like to do that too. And I think that you'll attract more people just by doing the right things, and just by doing what a coach really does, if that makes sense. Okay, does that make sense? I think you guys are getting this, and I think as a team we already know this and we already do this. I don't think we're a heavy recruiting team anyways. But I just want to make sure that we're fully understanding this. And also, one thing that I want to bring up is that compliance talk to us at leadership. They always talk to us. The head lawyer, Jonathan Gelfand, I think that's his last name, talks to us. And, you know, his message was very clear in that the FTC, who regulates network marketing companies, they're watching how network marketing companies are recruiting because, you know, they don't want any sort of pyramid type of schemes, or they don't want empty promises being made for people joining. Now, I know many of you that are on this call haven't created a life by design, or haven't, you know, created that full-time income, or bought that dream car, or bought your dream house that you want to yet. But we just have to be careful. And I think just Beachbody as a whole, there's getting more and more people are increasing their income and building incredible businesses and incredible lives, that we just have to be careful that we're not attracting people who just want this for the money and for the lifestyle. We really want to attract people who want to do this because they want to be healthy and they want to help other people be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see what else. Let's see what else. Okay, so Alexa says, I like to indirectly share about what coaching does for me, but no longer do direct calls to action for coaching. Instead, I do my webinars in my challenge group about coaching during week 4. Exactly, and we're going to talk about that. Like, we're going to talk all about that. So it's perfect. Like that, I think that's how you attract the right people to your business. Like, amen, spot on, totally making sense. Okay. Okay, so Wendy just says, I did a live video in my challenge group about coaching and shared discount opportunities. Should we no longer offer discount coaching as an option? You know, I'm just going to repeat what Carl said, and I personally don't really offer discount coaching. Carl basically said that it's not wrong, it's a mistake. So it's just, he's just saying that it just devalues our product. So seriously, like, if it feels right for you and you're having that conversation with that customer and it feels right for them, I'm not going to tell you to say no to them. Like, you know, you got to really feel it out. I don't know that we should be really like broadcasting or offering that outwardly, if that makes sense. I really do feel like we should be looking at coaching as a privilege. And if you are a Team Beachbody coach, then you're upholding your standards to be helping people and to be paying it forward, if that makes sense. Great question, Wendy. Great question. Leanne says, yes, this makes total sense. I started as a challenger, and that story allows me to share with others on what to expect and how a coach relationship works. Perfect. Yes. And I just think that that your challengers are they're just going to know, like you said, Leanne, like, they're just going to have those expectations already set. Like, they know really what this is all about. It just makes for a smoother transition, in my opinion. And yes, Sam says, I think each situation is different when it comes to discount coaches. So I don't want to tell you exactly what to do or what to follow or whatever. I'm just relaying to you the message that I got from corporate. And I personally don't build my business with discount coaches. I did in the beginning. And, you know, a lot of those people aren't here today. And not to say that that's bad or good or whatever. I just don't know that it builds a solid business. So discount coaches are not going to increase your income. Just a discount coach getting you to diamond isn't necessarily going to increase your income. Because they're a discount coach. I mean, your income and your team volume and what you're doing to help your team grow, when you mentor your team and you earn team cycle bonuses from your team, that's because of the hard work that you've put in to mentor and develop them. But if you're signing discount coaches all over the place and all the time, like, they don't want to work the business because they're discount coaches. You're not really developing and mentoring a team of people like you and a tribe. So you just have to weigh that out. And again, every situation is different. So talk to the people individually, see what their goals are, and if it makes sense to offer it, then offer it. Okay. Awesome. So let's talk. Let's talk about the vital process. So I hope you have your notebook out and you're taking notes. So the first step in the vital process, and I want you to make a big circle. And that first step is get clients started right. So whether it is a coach that you signed up or a customer, that's why they call it get clients started right. So it's not just challengers or coaches, it's both. So it's clients. So if you do happen to sign a coach right away, I would really suggest that you focus on getting them in a challenge group first and say, okay, you can sign up as a coach, but I want you to go through 30 days as a challenger first, okay? Because that's fine. I mean, that's fine. If they want to sign up as a coach, then they know that they want to coach, but I would really set the expectation that they should be going through a challenge group first. So the number one step in the vital process is get clients started right. Get clients started right, okay? And yes, Jeannie, this is all recorded, so you can totally access this when you get home. Sorry you're having issues. Okay, so get your clients started right. So here's what's involved in getting your clients started right. Do you guys send a welcome email to your challengers? Do you send a welcome video? Do you send a welcome text? Do you send any sort of meal plan or PDFs that help them, or links, or expectations? Do you have a one-on-one call with your challengers before you start them in a group? These are all ideas that you can do before you get started. You could also do a group Zoom call or a webinar for your challengers. But this is your time. When you get them started right, this is your time to set very clear expectations with your challengers, okay? So I never really did this because when we used to run groups in Facebook, I was able to, you know, really do, like, I guess I would upload a video and say hello. I would include the rules document in the files, which I still do now in the Challenge Tracker app. But because the Challenge Tracker app, they need to like download and get involved. I can't just like add them to the group. I mean, I can, but if it's their first time, they have to download. I have a welcome email. It's a welcome email template that's super simple with a link to a YouTube welcome to my challenge group video. And it's the same video every single month. I send the same video out to my challengers, welcoming them. And what I go over is my expectations for the group. Like, hey, I expect you to post, to log your workouts, to log your Shakeology. I talk about the value of the Shakeology. I talk about the value of Beachbody On Demand. I talk to them about how they can change, cancel, or edit their Shakeology order. They can change, cancel, or edit their Beachbody On Demand order. And I talk about all that stuff. I talk about the challenge app and how they need to get in there and they need to log and all this stuff. Like, I really set the expectations right in my welcome webinar. I also, and this is, the webinar is just, it's uploaded to YouTube, and I just link it up to my email. And guess what? My email is saved in my snippets, FYI, for those of you that are using snippets in Streak. I send this welcome email with this webinar. It's very similar to my new coach welcome video that I send out, but it's for my challengers. I also have a separate email with a different video for my repeat challengers because they don't really need the same information. They've already been through it once, but I do want to clarify a few things. I want to make sure that they're on point with a few things. So I have a shorter video and a shorter email when my repeat challengers join my next challenge group. Okay, so everybody that's coming into my challenge group is getting an email, whether it's the first welcome email or it is a repeat challenger email. Okay, those are all emails that I have saved in my snippets, so it's really easy to send and go. Now, when I am talking to people and inviting people to join my challenge group, a lot of you know that I use Streak, and many of you are using Streak. So what I do when someone says yes and I confirm their purchase, I move them over into a different pipeline, and I move them over into my active customer pipeline. Active customer pipeline has different categories, which is, you know, they bought the challenge pack. Okay, did they get the welcome email? So that's like my second step. So okay, I sent them the welcome email. Are they in the group? Are they in the app? Like, did they get themselves in the app? Okay, good, they're in there. Now, did they add their before and after pictures in the app? Okay, good. Now, and then I have like one main group where a lot of them sit, which is they are currently in a group. And then from there, I have different things like, did they send me their after pictures? Did they submit their results to the Beachbody Challenge? Are they a repeat challenger? Okay, so I have different like levels within my streak pipeline for active challengers, because I want to make sure that my challengers are going through the motions. Like I don't want to just have challengers in my challenge group and not know if they submitted their before pictures or their measurements, or did they submit their after pictures or their after measurements. I want to make sure that they're staying on point. And then what I can do in streak, when they're sitting there they are actively participating in a challenge group category, I can add a follow-up date, and I follow up with my challengers once a week. So that's actually bringing us into the number two on the vital process, which is get your clients results. So number 2, big circle that says number 2, get clients results. So before we move on to that, does anybody have any questions about number 1, get clients started right? And yes, Amanda, if you want to do one-on-one calls with your challengers at the start, do it. Allie Upham had a great presentation. She's a coach for 8 years. She does a one-on-one call with every single one of her challengers, and she talked about that at Leadership. So whatever works for you. I'm not going to do a one-on-one call with my challengers, but I will, be in touch with them via email and text in different ways, for sure. Okay, so we're moving on to number 2. So a lot of the stuff that I was just talking about kind of brings us into number 2. So number 2 is get your clients results. That is the second part of the vital process. And honestly, guys, this is the hardest part. This is the hardest part because this is where we have to help people change their habits. This is the hardest part of our job, but this is our job, like this. This is our job. This is like the main part of our job. As a Team Beachbody coach, I, Sarah Try, as a Team Beachbody coach, promise that I will get my challengers results. That is the main part of our job, right? So we have to remember that. We cannot lose sight of why we're here and what we're doing this for. And gosh, you guys, I'm so guilty of this, of getting people into my challenge groups because it's Success Club points, and then I don't really give them the value. Sure, I'm posting in the group, but I'm just throwing them in the group, expecting the group to get them results, when I need to be more of a one-on-one, presence in their life. I need to make sure I'm checking up on them, and that's why I said in Streak with my active customers, they go through different checks. So I'm making sure that they're involved and that they're participating. And I follow up with them twice a week. When I was doing the health bed, I was following up with my challengers twice a week, checking in on them. What were they logging? How are they doing? So you should be doing that with your challengers, like messaging them outside of the app once a week. You can even message them inside the app. That's cool too. But this is a great way, because even if your challengers are doing a good job, see, I think that this is where I've gone wrong many times, is my challengers are doing a good job, but I don't ever check up on them or even tell them, like, gosh, I'm so proud of you. You're doing such an awesome job. You are encouraging others. You're inspiring. And I so love your commitment to your health. Like, wouldn't that just feel really good if someone just told you that? So like we can't just be on the people that aren't doing anything, but we also have to give props to the people that are doing things. So we need to be checking in with our people twice a week. Okay, so that's my challenge to you, is to check in with your people twice a week. Okay, so you're checking in with your people and you're helping them get results. And in the meantime, especially those people that are the inspiring ones, the ones that are talking a lot in the group and really active, these are the ones that you're grooming to become coaches, because these guys are active, like they're loving it, they're participating. So these are the times when you're just like, thank you so much for being such a leader in the group. Thank you so much for inspiring other people. You're so good at this. You don't have to say anything about coaching. You just give them the confidence so that when you do ask later on about becoming a coach, that they're like, you know what, you're right. I do feel confident about this, and I do like this. Exactly, Leanne. Little pats on the back. Little pats on the back. I love it. Okay. So when you're getting your clients' results, you've got to have great posts. So checking in with their food, showing them the value of Shakeology, For those of you that are lifetime diamonds and you're in the diamond page, Anna Vargas just posted this awesome post about budgeting for Shakeology that she created. Talk about the value of community, the value of Beachbody On Demand. Make sure you're encouraging them to read or listen to personal development. If you don't want to buy your challengers a personal development book, there's a link in Team Triceps files. It's called Audible. Okay, I have a link for a free membership of Audible with 2 downloads. Like, send that to them and act like it's a big deal. Like, hey, here's my gift to you, 2 free books on Audible. You don't have to buy them. I want you to go download You Are a Badass, because I think that's a great book for challengers, is You Are a Badass. Other great books. Does anybody have any great books for challengers? I know that there's a lot of them. Daring Greatly is a really great book. Pretty Happy, The Compound Effect, The Slight Edge. So many great books. Super Life with Darren O'Lean, great book for challengers. Okay. So make sure that also when you're helping your people get results, that you are doing the challenge with them. Like, make sure that you're showing that you're logging your workouts and you're logging your Shakeology in the app. That's why I love the app, because we can show that we're doing the behaviors with them. Like, the app is so genius, you guys. And the app, I know it doesn't have everything, but it's coming. And there's going to be like food trackers, container trackers. There's going to be so much good stuff coming in that app. Okay. Push by Chalene Johnson is another great book also. Yep, totally. Okay, so we're really driving home the accountability, and we're really driving home the value of Shakeology, the value of this group, the value of Beachbody On Demand, the value of accountability. That's how we're getting our people results. Like, we're checking in, we're making sure that we're not just checking in with them in the group, but also outside of the group, like via a message on the group app or via text or email or whatever, twice a week. Twice a week, okay? Okay. So number three is in the vital process is transition to coach. So this is where some people are not going to continue on the process. So not everybody's going to transition to a coach. And that's what we have to remember, that there are going to be many people that are okay with staying customers, and that's okay, guys. That's okay. We only want people coming onto our bus, coming onto our team, joining us in this lifestyle and this mission, people who really want to do this. How many of you sign up coaches, and then you feel like you're dragging them along? Like, you're like, did you finish Rock the Basics? How are you doing with Success Club? And it doesn't ever feel like they're doing anything. Like, how many of you have coaches like that? I do. Okay, right? We all do. We've all experienced that. So I think if we can filter our coaches better and be more selective with who we're asking to join our teams, I don't know. I just feel like we're not gonna feel the need to pull people, because people are going to want to do it with us. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is just gonna take a load off of us in so many ways. Yeah, it's still going to be hard to get people results, but if you focus on this stuff and checking in with people, you'll get them results. Get them in your next group, get them in the next group, and get them in the next group, okay? One of your homework assignments after this team call is to go back through your past challengers list and get them in your November and December groups, okay? Get them on track before the new year starts. Like, I want you to start having conversations with them now. Get them in your groups now, even if they fall off the wagon, because come January, they're going to want to make sure that we do this. And if this is how we're going to build our teams more solid, is getting people results, we've got to pull from that big pool of challengers that we already have, that many of us already have, and we've got to get them back re-engaged. Okay, so write that down for homework and action item, is reconnect with all past challengers over the next couple weeks. Okay, so we're on number 3, transition to coach. So in week 3 of your challenge group, you want to post about coaching, and you want to post about how coaching has been the ultimate accountability for you, and really just say, hey, I've had a lot of you asking me about coaching. because I promise you a lot of them are wondering about it, even if they haven't asked you. So it's okay to say that. I have a lot of you asking me about coaching, and I want to do a webinar. So I encourage you to be open and to do your own webinar, or you can always invite your people to mine, but a webinar about coaching is way easier when you're talking to your challengers than it is when you're talking to cold prospects. It just is. It just is, because they get it. They understand it. They know what you're talking about, right? It just is. So let me tell you what I talk about on my webinars that are directed towards coaching. Are you ready? Super simple. It's 4 things. Okay, so here's what I talk about. I talk about what we do as coaches. I talk about what they are expected to do as a coach. I talk about how we make money, and I keep that really simple. And then I talk about how to sign up. So it should be no longer than 30 minutes. Like, it's quick stuff. It's not like, and you're just sharing your passion, like, especially in the what we do and what's expected of you, you're really sharing your passion. And then when I talk about how we make income, I talk about, okay, retail products, you earn 25%, and I give them an example. So if you were to sell a challenge pack, which is Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology, and the customer pays $140, you inspired your sister to do that, you would earn a $40 commission. So I give them examples like that. And then I talk about there's another layer of income that you can make when you are ready and you start recruiting coaches to your team. And I'll talk about this vital process. Like, okay, you get people in your challenge groups like you're in mine, you help them get results, and then when they're ready to take the leap, then you bring them on your team as coaches, you develop and mentor them, and then you earn another layer of income by developing and mentoring coaches. Okay, so I keep it really, really, really simple, and it's really easy to talk to challengers about the coaching opportunity. It just is. Because they already get it. They already know about Shakeology. They already know about fitness. They get you. They know you. It's just an easy transition. Okay, and Alexa, you're so right. This process is so much more duplicatable. So when I'm sitting here thinking about my business and how I'm able to show my life by design, and I'm able to show that I can do this full time, and I make a great salary and a great income, and I support my family, and people come to me and they want to coach and they want this for the business right off the bat, that's great. That's great, right? I'm going to have them join. But how is that duplicatable to my team? What's duplicatable is this process that we're talking about, okay? So I'm committing to you guys that I will be committed to the vital process going forward, that I'm not going to be recruiting coaches. I'm going to be recruiting challengers because I believe in this mission, and I believe that this is the right way to build a business, and I want to show you guys that it's doable and that you can do it too. Okay, we can all do this. So I want to tell you guys really quick, my next webinars, let me just get out my folder here. Since I'm traveling, I had to bring all sorts of stuff. My next webinar for all about coaching, it's a Facebook event. I do them via Facebook event, and then I go live in the event. That's on November 2nd, and then the next one after that will be November 30th. Okay, so mark your calendars for that, and then the one after that will be December 28th. Okay, so I mean, I'll be creating that soon, today or tomorrow, and I'll post that in the team page because that's next Wednesday is the next all about coaching, and that's for your challengers. So you'll be inviting your challengers to that, okay? If you don't have any challengers, then you're not going to invite anyone to that. Maybe you're just going to jump on just to hear and be a part of it, okay? So when we're transitioning people to coaches, we're posting in our challenge group in or around week 3 about an upcoming webinar, saying something like, you know, a lot of people have been asking me about coaching. Here's what I love about coaching, and here's why I think you would love it. I know there's a few of you that would be great at coaching. I'd love to invite you to this webinar. And then you link up the webinar and you let them RSVP. Then, of course, you have to email, text, or message each person individually. And you need to say, you would be a great coach because I want you to jump on this webinar because I know you'd love this because have you ever considered? because you'd be great, right? Using all of those words, okay? So, and then you invite to the webinar that's in week 4, okay? So it's easy. It's easy. We're not overcomplicating this, guys. And then the 4th step in the vital process, the 4th step is develop and mentor your coaches. Develop and mentor your coaches. Okay, so you get them started with the new coach process, which I really need to do a team call on the new coach process. Does anybody feel like they're struggling with the new coach process? Because I really need to do a call on that, whether it's a webinar style or possibly a team call. I'll make sure to do a new coach process call too. But really just start with the basics, guys. What I did with the team training site is anybody new that's coming on the team training site, they only get access to Rock the Basics. So the only thing they see when they jump into the team training site for the first time is the Rock the Basics. Okay, so so that's because I just want people to have a tunnel vision when they become coaches. And a new thing that I'm doing, and I'll talk about this when I do, because it sounds like we need a call for this. Maybe I'll do this in 2 weeks, but I'm not adding my new coaches to the team pages until they graduate Rock the Basics. So when a new coach joins, basically I'm sending them the welcome email, and I have them fill out the Discover Your Potential form. And then after they fill that out, then they get access to Rock the Basics training site. And on the team training site now, it's only Rock the Basics. And I don't add them to the team page until they're finished with Rock the Basics. So literally they have one path. Like they have one path. They don't have shiny objects all over the place. Okay, so so that's the hope. That's the that's what I'm going for with the new coaches, hoping to keep them, you know, really on the straight and narrow path to get them through Rock the Basics, to learn the basics, and then we'll get them in the team pages, and then we'll go from there. So that's the vital process, guys. That is the vital process. So do we have questions? Do we have comments? Do we have thoughts? Sounds like we need to do a new coach process call. So why don't I do that in 2 weeks? We'll do that on, let's look at the calendar. Tuesday the 8th, November 8th, we'll do a team call on the new coach process. Okay, maybe a longer call. Okay. Good. So Leanne says, I'm glad that you do it that way. I just finished Rock the Basics and started the to-do list. I would have been totally overwhelmed if I could have seen more, right? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Is there any sort of outline for Rock the Basics? Just curious. I plan on writing one up, and I'll share it if not. I was thinking a reference guide to which day is what. So Courtney, what do you need that for? Like, because you want to run your own Rock the Basics? Because I certainly have all that, but yeah, so Heather's saying Rock the Basics is a little overwhelming. And Heather, I think that's because you were already in the team page. And I think that there's shiny objects, too many things going on. So if you only had access to Rock the Basics and weren't in the team pages, I think it would have been different for sure. Courtney, why don't you message me after this? Okay. So Courtney, let me ask you this. Have you been through Rock the Basics yourself? Like that Rock the Basics? Because if you go in there, I'm trying to think if our PDF, Alexa, do you know if our PDF has the days listed? I don't know that our PDF does. But, you know, Courtney, if that's something that you need, I can certainly share that with you. Yes, Sarah, this will be on YouTube after. Yeah, I don't think so. But Courtney, if you go onto the training site and you actually just like take a look at the days, I believe it says like what the topics are. And our videos, I think all the videos are under 6 minutes. Maybe they're 10 minutes. I can't remember. They're all really short. Okay, guys, so that's the vital process. Like I feel good about it. I feel really good about it. This is your assignment. This is your assignment going out is I want you to refocus on your challenge groups. I want you to say, how am I getting my challenger started right? So really focus on what am I doing? What's my process for getting my challenger started right? And what email am I sending them? Am I doing a video? Am I doing a one-on-one call with them? Am I texting them? And I want you to set up your streak pipeline that's active customers so that you can stay in touch with your people in the challenge group. I also want you to go back and find all of your past challengers and reconnect with them over the next couple weeks. Reconnect with them, ask them about their goals, ask them if they want to be a part of a support group going into the holidays, share with them what you have, because if we're going to grab our coaches and recruit our team from our pool of challengers, we got to start getting people results. Like we got to start grabbing from this pool and we got to start focusing on these people again, right? Very simple and just really, really focusing on the basics here. I feel really good about it. I'm glad you guys do too. Cool? Awesome. Thanks so much for being on. Thank you everyone for all your ideas and your engagement. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this team. I love everything about this. And also lastly, if you are not a part of the Team Spirit, I was going to talk about that. Sorry, I totally forgot. So Team Spirit is starting November 1st. And basically it's just a way for us, it's like a team cup, but we can have as many people as we want on the team. So it's kind of fun and kind of cool like that. So make sure that you're getting on a Team Spirit team. Check with your upline to see if they have a team. If they don't, you can jump on my team. My team is Team Triceps, leader Sarah Tri. So that's for anybody in Team Triceps, but if you want to jump on another team within the downline, I know Alexa and Carly are doing a team. I know Meredith's doing a team. I believe Lauren and Emma are doing a team, and I know for sure Brittany's doing a team. So if you guys want to jump on anybody's team, whatever, do that, or you can jump on Team Triceps. I think the Team Spirit's going to be awesome. Just a fun little competition to get us psyched up and amped for November. So pretty fun. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being on. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. It's only 4:44 here in California, so I got all sorts of time. I got all sorts of time to get stuff done tonight. So anyways, I hope you guys have a productive night, a productive rest of your week. Stay focused, finish this homework, and hey, why don't you post when you do your homework from the team call? Because guess what? You have 2 weeks to do homework because we're only doing team calls every 2 weeks now. So you have plenty of time to implement. Guys, happy week, happy core to forcing. I'm so excited about this program. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. See you soon.